Sorry about that. It's just today's video covers such a sad topic. Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and get out your tissues because today, as requested by a subscriber of mine, Brazy, she's the same one who requested my second Q&A. She's awesome. Please check out her channel and subscribe to her. She suggested I do a saddest movie scenes of all time list, which is why we're all here today. Yes, I'm counting down my top 10 saddest movie scenes of all time. Oh boy. And these scenes are just the darkest, most depressing, most unbearable, heart-wrenching moments in cinematic history. So be prepared for the tears. We all remember them. We've all seen them, especially as kids. So without further ado, here are my top 10 saddest movie scenes of all time. Starting off the list with number 10, the dwarves think Snow White is dead, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Oh my gosh. This movie is really special to me, and I will definitely be reviewing it for its 80th anniversary later this year. But the one scene towards the end when the dwarves, after Snow White's eaten the poisoned apple, and the dwarves return too late, and they just believe she's dead, and they believe they were unsuccessful to save her. They just break down in absolute tears. It's the first official sad moment in a Disney movie, which would lead to countless iconic sad movie moments from their movies in the future. This was the one that started it all, and it shows what a pioneer Walt Disney was. He wasn't afraid to put a scene like that in an animated family movie, whereas cartoons at that time were considered just fun, happy and upbeat and meant to make you laugh. And even Grumpy, the hardest dwarf of them all, just he burst into tears, and so do you. But I put it as number 10 because at least it has a happy resolution. At least the prince comes and kisses Snow White, and they live happily ever after. But but watching this scene, you just want to cool that damn prince and say, hurry the fuck up, man, and kiss her before it's too late. Keep your tissues, guys, because the next 9, boy, they're gonna get sad. Coming in at number 9, Jack dies, Titanic. Oh my gosh. Just Rose's line alone, "I'll never let go, I promise," just makes me water up every time. Jack's death is truly a heart-wrenching and unexpected. We've grown to love Jack and know him throughout the duration of the film. He's entered Rose's life. He's changed her. He's made her so much happier. He's inspired her to be who she is. And he helped keep her alive throughout the sinking of the Titanic, throughout the film's climax. And to see him go, we weren't ready for it. But at least he went out a hero, saving the one he loved, and at least she moved on and forever remembered his bravery. So rest in peace, Jack Dawson. We still miss you 20 years later. Coming in at number 8, Frodo leaves Middle-earth for the Grey Havens, from The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The last pages are for you, Sam. Just God, it makes me well up every time. I mean, Frodo has been through beyond. He's been through so much grief, torture. He's been through so much throughout the entire trilogy. The ring, even though the ring is destroyed at the end of Return of the King, the experience never went away. It still affects him. It changed him forever, and he couldn't move on from that, no matter how hard he tried. So he didn't think there was anything for him in Middle-earth anymore. So he just gave the last page of his book for Sam to read and carry on his journey. And when he just leaves Middle-earth forever, and that's the last time that Frodo and Sam will ever see each other after all they've been through, and the adventures they've had, and the friendship they've built. So you can't help but get really emotional. And yeah, the goodbye between Merry, Pippin, and Sam and Frodo, and when Frodo just goes off in the ship into the horizon, it's perfectly done. Beautiful send off to this trilogy, and it will certainly more than bring a tear to your eye. Coming in at number 7, Artax drowns in the swamp of sadness from the Never-Ending Story. Why, Artax? Why? Why did you let the sadness of the swamp get to you? Why didn't you fight it? This scene is just devastating to see a beloved horse and companion of a trio just let the sadness of the swamp overcome him and not even attempt to find happiness or fight back. And we just watch him die. There's nothing us or Atreyo can do. Rest in peace, Dartex. You were one of the bravest loyal horses we've ever known. You shall be missed. Coming in at number 6, the destruction of the Navi home tree from Avatar. James Cameron never fails to make me cry in his big action spectacles. They are packed with heart, and the Navi home tree is the saddest scene for me in any James Cameron movie, period. I was crying buckets full of tears and deeply affected when I first saw this scene in the cinema. Not only is this the critical turning point of the movie that makes you realise, okay, this is war now. Serious shit is gonna go down in the second half of this movie, but just the scene itself, the Navi are completely powerless against Quaritch and the RDA. They're just they're gassing them, they're throwing missiles at the tree, and when the tree comes down and their home, everything they've ever known is just gone, stripped away from them, and Quaritch is just sipping his mug of tea while this is happening. You're like, Quaritch, you fucking bastard. Jake is gonna kick your ass at the end, and the Navi shall be avenged. Okay, now we're in the top 5, and these top 5, oh my gosh, they're completely unbearable to watch. So coming in at number 5, the giant sacrifices himself, the Iron Giant. Just hearing him say Superman, oh my gosh, it will bring the entire audience to tears. And the Giant is one of the bravest characters in any movie I have ever known. He literally willingly flew in front of that nuclear bomb and got himself completely blown up so that the kid he bonded with and the entire town could live. And thank goodness they honoured his memory and did not forget his sacrifice, and it wasn't in vain, and they very rightfully built a statue and memorial of him. Yeah, that's just one of the ballsiest, most hard-hitting and emotionally powerful endings I've ever seen. Coming in at number 4, Mufasa's death, the Lion King. Dad, come on, you've got to get up. Dad, we've got to go home. Oh my gosh, just, I'm sorry, Simba. I'm sorry, buddy, he's gone. This scene is by far the most emotional moment in The Lion King. One of the saddest scenes in not just in animated history, but in any movie. It's so ambitious and so it's so graceful and so unexpected that Disney would go all out. They don't just kill Mufasa off screen. They actually show his body, which was really hard for me to take as a kid. I really had a hard time moving on from Mufasa, And that made me appreciate my parents so much more, never take them for granted, because they could be gone. And to see Simba have his father, who was built up as the most awesome father, well, you could ever have, and just taken away from him, it changed him, it matured him forever. This was back when Disney had balls. Rather than bring Mufasa back to life, they literally saying to Simba, he's dead, and that's it. Coming in at number 3, Bambi's mother from Bambi. I don't have to explain the scene. We've all seen Bambi, and you know what I'm talking about. Why, Walt Disney? Why couldn't you just left Bambi's mother alone? I mean, seriously, why do Disney movies hardly have any mothers in them? It's so unfair. Coming in at number 2, Littlefoot's mother from The Land Before Time. Let me tell you guys, The Land Before Time is one of the most special, one of my all-time favourite childhood movies. It at the time when I was a kid, it affected me and upset me more than any other movie I had ever seen, because of this scene. Don Bluth is an outstanding animator. It helps that he and Walt Disney are some of the greatest animators who have ever lived, and it helps that Don Bluth did come from Disney, so it's no wonder he could inject and really hit the feels of you so hard in his own individual movies after he left Disney. But why did he have to take away Littlefoot's mother from him? That made me cherish my mother even more. I was really worried something might happen to her. I mean, I still love the rest of The Land Before Time, but I hate that one scene. It's just unbearable for me to watch, because I hate it when they kill off mothers in movies. That's the worst thing a movie could do for me, because I love my own mother. Before we get to the number 1 saddest movie scene of all time, here are a few honourable mentions. Manny Remembers His Family, Ice Age, When She Loved Me, Toy Story 2, SpongeBob and Patrick Die, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Carl and Ellie's life montage, Up, Han Solo's death, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Batman Saves Harvey Instead of Rachel, The Dark Knight, Bing Bong's Sacrifice, Inside Out, Sully Says Goodbye to Boo, Monsters Inc., John Coffey's Execution, The Green Mile, Terminator's Sacrifice, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Poe Finds the Truth, Kung Fu Panda 2, Stoic's Death, How to Train Your Dragon 2. A lot of honourable mentions. They almost made the list, but now, guys, the number 1 for me saddest movie moment of all time is $1 Million Baby. Not any particular scene, just the whole of $1 Million Baby. Fuck. This movie is beyond depressing, beyond unwatchably sad, beyond unbearable to witness because of the third act. I loved the movie until the third act. Because the female boxer played by Hilary Swank accidentally breaks her neck during a boxing match. She gets paralysed, and her doctors say there isn't any hope of recovery, so she tries to commit suicide by biting her tongue repeatedly. And to make matters worse, Clint Eastwood, her trainer, actually helps euthanize her and commit euthanasia at the very end. If that's not the most heart-wrenching ending to a movie ever, I don't know what is. Even at least the other movies on this list attempted to have a happy ending. This didn't. This ending ended like shit. I can not think of a sadder experience than $1 Million Baby. I'm proud to call $1 Million Baby the saddest movie of all time. So that was my top for 10 saddest movie moments. But cheer up, guys. Don Bluth said kids can handle anything as long as you attach a happy ending. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. And what are your top 10 saddest movie moments? Please comment and let me know. Please like this and subscribe. I love making new subscribers, meeting new people, and talking to you guys about movies. Really appreciate that. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus. And I'll see you all next time when I review Power Rangers. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.